And then in 1995, I got a call late one night from my sister-in-law who told me my 9-year-old nephew, Andrew, who's my godson, who I loved, attacked a little girl on the baseball field that day for no reason. And I'm on the other end of the phone. I'm like, that's awful. What else is going on? She said, Danny, he's different. He's mean. He doesn't smile anymore. I went into his room today and I found 2 pictures he had drawn. One of them, he's hanging from a tree in a suicide attempt, 9 years old. The other one, he's shooting other children.
And that's the scary. That's
and I'm
horrifying.
like, I want to see him tomorrow, because I'd been scanning people for 4 years and I'd already correlated violence, at least in some people, to the left temporal lobe. If your left temporal lobe is damaged, you're more likely to have dark, evil, awful thoughts. And so they brought him up to see me the next day. They lived 8 hours away. And I'm like, buddy, what's going on? He said, Uncle Danny, I don't know. I'm mad all the time. I'm like, is anybody teasing you? He said, no. He says, anybody hurting you? He said, no. Is anybody touching you in places they shouldn't be touching you? He said, no. 999 child psychiatrists out of 1,000 would have put him on medicine and put him in therapy. And I'm like, I have to look at his brain. Because how do I know unless I look, right? That's like one of the taglines of my life. How do I know unless I look? Why are psychiatrists the only medical doctors who virtually never look at the organ they treat? I went to the scan center and I held Andrew's hand while he held his teddy bear and got scanned. And afterwards, my mentor, Jack Baldy, the image comes up on the computer screen. He's missing his left temporal lobe. And I looked at Jack. It's the first time I've seen it. I've seen it almost 200 times since. He writes down, so mom won't hear, cyst, stroke, tumor. And later that day, I got an MRI. He had a cyst the size of a golf ball, occupying the space of his left temporal lobe. I called his pediatrician. I said, you find somebody to take this out or drain this thing. He called 3 neurologists. All of them said they wouldn't touch the cyst. They didn't think it had anything to do with his behavior. And they wouldn't recommend surgery until he had real symptoms. At which point I lost my mind and start screaming at the pediatrician. I'm like, I have a homicidal, suicidal child.